Hello and welcome to Yellow Brick Road Reselling. Today we are going to talk about your yearly inventory check. I'm going to show you how I conduct my yearly eBay inventory. So if you have not already watched my video, I did a video on how I store my items. I use bins and totes, as you can see in the graphic in front of you. They are alphabetically, and then I go from like A to Z, and then I go AA to ZZ, and then I go A1 to A9, all the way to, I'm on L1 right now. That's how many bins I have. I have a ton of bins. So as I list things on eBay, I put them into a bin, and then I use what they call the custom SKU on your listing that you can put in whatever you want in it. And for me, I put in the bin number that my item is going into, as well as my cost of goods. And I put where I sourced it. So my cost of goods is good because I sit there and I run a report once a month, and I can use that for my accounting and figuring out what my cost of goods sold are for what sells. All right, but today we're going to talk about inventory. I want to just say that it's so important that you take at least once a year to go through your inventory. I cannot stress to you how important that is. How many times I have found items that I thought were listed, that were in a bin as being listed, but were for some reason no longer on the eBay platform. That has happened so many times. So far yesterday, we did, I think, maybe about 12 bins. And I have some 2020 calendars that never got listed, or they were listed. I know they were listed because I sold some of them. But for some reason, I still have 2 Peanuts and one Marilyn Monroe calendar left over from last year that didn't sell. I also had a few other items. One of them was a Hello Kitty cake pan, and I went ahead and listed that on eBay last night, and it sold. I shipped it off today. So it's really important. I don't know how many times you thought to yourself, I can't believe so-and-so hasn't sold yet. Well, have you even looked to see if so-and-so is even listed anymore? For some reason, things disappear off from eBay. So don't waste that money of having it sit there when it could be listed and selling, especially if you think it's listed, right? All right, so let me show you how I go about doing this. All right, I am on my in my seller hub on eBay. If you go to listings and then click on active, that is going to give you a list of all of your current listings. Now, I don't know if there is another place that will give you this data. I wish there was, but for some reason I can't seem to find it. Okay. So what we're going to do is I need to run a report that's going to show this custom label, everything that's in this column, and have that be available to me to be able to use for my inventory. If you don't have this on your screen, if you click on this customize table, you can edit anything on here. So if you don't have this custom label right here, if your box isn't checked, then check that box. If you don't use the custom label, then it won't matter to you. But it's still, you can run this report and go through however you are sorting your stuff and take a look. So if you put all of your jeans on one shelving unit or in one bin, right? You could take that bin and go through and see if all your jeans are listed. So I do everything in custom label, so I am going to check off custom label. I also want to make sure my available quantity is shown. And then I do like to see the current price and shipping. These are really the only 4 categories that I really care about right now. When I am done this, I will go back and add other things. Like I like to know if I have watchers. I like to know the start and end date, that kind of stuff. I will go back and add. But in the meantime, I am going to go ahead and take that away. Let's see, here we go. All right, so it refreshed. As you can see, I have 1,637 listings. but I have 3,355 items. So this is what I will be looking for. I'm going to make sure that I can find all 3,300 items. So once you get that sorted out, you would think it would be really great if you clicked on this download button and could download this report. Unfortunately, eBay, I don't know why you don't have this information available to us, but if you were to download this, it's only going to download the items that are missing the required or recommended item specifics. As you can see, this will be on my to-do list soon because I have 987 items that I need to do something with. But that you cannot download it. If I could download this into an Excel spreadsheet, oh my gosh, that would be amazing, but I can't. But what I can do is print it. So I click on print and I send it to my brother printer. If you don't have a printer that can handle this, because maybe you just have your 4x6 label printer, then, or you don't want to use up paper, then you can save it as a PDF. If you only had like 50, 100 items, it's easy enough for you to save as a PDF and then just go down the list and you can just look on it on your screen. But in this case, I'm going to print it and then I will show you my printed copy and what I do with it afterwards. So I print it. The other reason why I get rid of all those other columns is it makes it so it prints it in one page widthwise. If I had all the columns that I normally have on my screen, it actually would go off and print another page, which would create just way too much paperwork. I don't need it. But what I like about it is it does keep these clear, or not clear, but these blank areas right here, so I can make notes to say whatever I want to say. But you'll see how I mark up my page as we go along. Now I do want to say that, see this one? See how there's no pictures here? But see how there's pictures right here? If you do not wait for your page on eBay, give it time to populate everything, and you click print beforehand, it will print these blank. So I just say wait, because it does help when you have the photo in front of you if you're trying to find something. Sometimes it's easier to glance at the photo than it is to read all the writing of a title. So take a look at that. Okay, I'm not going to print it because I've already printed it, so I'm going to get out of it. But I did want to show you, I'm going to go down because, so what these are, these don't have anything in the custom SKU. These are items that I kind of know where they are. Like I have a bin of these rag garlands all on their own. I have a box of books that I know exactly where it is that those sell. I know exactly where that Squishmallow, I have a whole container of just Squishmallows. So I know where most of this stuff is, but I can tell you there's probably some things in there that I don't really know where they are. So it's important that I'm going to identify them at some point through this and make sure I put them into a bin. So I started with A, and I'm going to show you my paperwork and how I marked up stuff with A. But what I do is when you sort this, what's nice is it prints everything. So everything in A, sorry, I'm kind of going up and down here for you. I'm sorry if it's messing with your eyes. I just wanted to show you that, see, when you sort it, everything is in A. So I go and I take bin A. Actually, my husband did it because he helped me yesterday. He took bin A and he said to me, an ugly sweatshirt. This is what he was really doing. An ugly picture. And I had to keep turning around to see what he meant by ugly. So I had, I would see, oh, it's that golden cream vintage shirt I had. So I would make a mark saying, yep, I got that. And then he would tell me the next thing and next thing. So I was able to mark everything to see that what was in the bin is currently on eBay. One more thing that I wanted to show you is when you print this, it's only going to print page 1. So you need to go and change it to page 2, refresh that, and then go through the whole process and then print page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, etc. So there's not one report that I have been able to find that will let you print all 1,637 listings at once. So again, if you know of a report that does that, please let me know. But right now, this is the only way that I know that you can do it. Okay, so let me show you what I do on paper. All right, here is my printed out stack of inventory pages. I mean, this is a lot of paper. I know I got blue paper, but I'm trying to use up a bunch of paper that I have had from previous things, so that's what I'm using. All right, so on this, I'm going to flip to, let's see, let's go to, so see how these didn't print the picture like I was showing? Oh, what a pain. It actually makes it so much easier when you have, oh, here's one. This is backwards. All right, so this is what I did. I pulled out tote A, and I should say my husband pulled out tote A, and he read off one item at a time. And as he read them off, I made a check here that said that I had the item. And then you'll see right here on this Let's Eat weekly meal plan, I actually had 9 of them. But in the system, I only had 8, so I went and edited that. So green meant I was good to go. Red means I had to make a change. So we went from A, and then, of course, this report goes to A1, but we didn't go to A1. We went from A to B. So I'm going to jump over. That's where my hand is in the way. So then, like, this is what I did. Here is actually A. We did AA yesterday. So there's more check marks. And then if something was missing and I didn't check it off, then I had to figure out why was it missing. And then as he was going through things and I was checking it off, I was looking at prices. So I had this Washington Redskin jersey and I was like, okay, that $49.98 seems kind of high. I need to revisit my price on that item. So I circled it. And then this one was... I had taken this washi tape and had put it into P5. So I ended up having to go in and change the location of it. And then, let's see. Oh, and this is another one. This G.I. Joe, this vintage G.I. Joe doll. I need to visit that. Plus I had calculated shipping and I'm not sure how that happened. So I had to go in and change my calculated shipping on that. This was some hamster food I have. It was not in the bin because actually I had pulled it out. So that just reminds me that I need to go in and edit and take away that item. So that's what I've done so far. I have a lot more to go. I don't know. I mean, I think it's so important. I've already found, let's see, I had some pens that weren't listed. I had some calendars from 2020 that were not listed anymore. My husband blames me for watching YouTube and TV for things not being listed, but I just kind of had to tell him that, hey, listen, we hear all the time that items go missing on YouTube or on eBay, and that's exactly what happened because they were listed at one time. I actually had a Hello Kitty cake pan that was in one of the bins but wasn't listed. So last night I listed it and it sold. So that is what I am doing for my inventory. This is how I process it. I think it's so important that you do it at least once a year so you can make sure that what you think is listed is really listed. And it also is a good time for you to kind of take a look at your listings and see if you need to change photos or update prices or any of that kind of stuff. All right. Hopefully this is helping you guys out. I have all this more to do, so much, but when I get done, it is such a rewarding feeling and it just feels so good to get through this and know that I'm at a good place. Alrighty, thanks for watching. Talk to you later.